Posted this already on story so people can swipe up, and we are live. All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the iFilmmaker podcast. My name is Ariel Martinez, and today we have a treat. We have Mr. Chris Grubiza on air live. Where are you broadcasting from? You're in LA, right?
I'm in LA. Yeah.
Awesome.
You caught me at a good day in terms of like having the feet on the ground.
Oh yes, because you're usually moving around, right?
Always, yeah. Always keeping in motion. That's what we
Nice.
do.
Tell me a little bit about the projects you've been doing lately. Some of the stuff that we'll get to the vlogging in a little bit. Tell me about some of the projects that you've been involved with.
I mean, from the get-go, it's been promo videos to like now Instagrams and Facebooks. Those are like the two big markets. Everything from cinematograph stuff to, web content to, everything like that. So
nice.
As of lately, it's been digital content for actually daily feed. So a skincare brand in New York City, we signed on for like a full year. And we're providing content. So now it's literally photos, graphic design, video, anything that's pretty much visual that can make it pop. Instagram stories, Facebook Live stuff, interactions with influencers as well. So that's kind of been my whole like last month, January. So yeah.
Nice. Very cool. So basically the typical commercial marketing, business, corporate, sometimes fun stuff, the way the business goes. That's cool. And how often are you flying? How often are you traveling?
January was actually pretty mellow. Last year it averaged, because it did like this whole breakdown of stats and everything. I did a recap video of it too. You'll get into that in a second, I'm sure. Yeah. But probably almost maybe once a week, I think it averaged to, almost, like give and take obviously as well. Nice. But yeah, it was maybe like four flights a month. It was pretty busy. So
wow.
2018 is looking the same as well. So yeah, a lot of moving and shaking and doing some stuff.
Nice. Yeah. January was pretty slow for me as well in terms of flying. I still had a bunch of work to do over here in Miami, but yeah, for the most part, I'm about to kick it off in March. Actually, February is going to be pretty mellow also, but in March we kick off. We go to Colombia. That's going to be an 8-day trip. That's pretty exciting. God. Shooting a TV show.
What are you doing over there?
Over there, I'm shooting a TV show. We're shooting a TV show, a fitness travel show. So it's pretty exciting. We have a bunch of things set up. We're trying to get all the whole story down. All the the producer on this is awesome. Like they're taking care of everything. So it's gonna be a good time. Definitely gonna be a good time. It's gonna be like a small crew there. So shooting a show. That's awesome.
Too bad.
I want to say welcome to everyone that's joining us live. There's a few people already coming in. What's up, guys? It's usually the regulars that join us live. Mr. Chris Grubiza with us. How's your wife? How's the family?
She's good. Yeah, she's hustling on her end as well. She got picked up actually almost full time with this skincare company, so she's juggling acrylics, her own podcast, and then
that's right, she has a podcast,
skincare as well.
How's that
her
going?
Podcast is insane. She's up late every so often, just kind of hacking through it, because it's like her time is so minimal between like a social life and then me, and then there's the stuff that we do together, and then the production. There's a lot. So
there's a lot.
But the funny thing was, I don't have time to listen to like an hour here and there of her. But when she's away, like on the East Coast and I'm on the West Coast, I pop it in when I'm driving, especially in LA. The traffic, the time just goes. But her spin is she talks to women who empower everything. So anyone from female dancers to female entrepreneurs to female CEOs and doctors, and it's such a wide variety that it's the scope. Even when I'm listening, I'm so engaged, because I'm learning every second when I listen to that podcast. It's called Say Hello Podcast.
Say Hello Podcast.
On Instagram and YouTube.
Check
Yeah.
that out.
It's really cool. It's like, yeah, I'm hearing it from like the production level, but then sometimes I put headphones in, I get away because I want to hear the polished product and just not have any. I want to see the end result, and the stuff that's coming out is pretty wild. So
yeah, I really enjoy. Sometimes I do the same thing with mine, like just to hear how it's coming out, because I know I hear how this is coming out, but I like to see the end result. Sometimes I'll just play a few minutes on the iTunes podcast app and just to hear a few minutes of it. But yeah, I mean,
you got to get the end result. Like you get, it's fun too. With the whole like, I guess we're gonna get into vlogging and stuff. It's like,
well, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Okay, sweet.
So
yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, no.
Like, what I was gonna say was like with vlogging, it's like the behind the scenes is great, but then you also want the finished product. So it's like you want both. So yeah,
so you started you started vlogging, and I gotta say, the videos I've been seeing have been pretty stellar, man. They've been awesome.
Thanks.
I love the creativity. That. Yeah, I love the flow of it. I love the energy that you put to your vlog videos. My biggest question is, because I've attempted vlogging before. It definitely did not come out to that extent, like how yours are coming out. My biggest question was, how do you like manage your professional work and your vlog? Because I can't imagine you do that quick. There's no way.
No, it's so I took December. The workload was, it was like, you know, it was at a good level. Nothing that I couldn't handle, nothing that I couldn't manage or could or whatever. I was at a good pace, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take the month of December to just crack things through. So I started doing, well, how many videos I have? I got it up here just as a reference. I got 8 videos, and yeah, the 7 of them took a month, and they roughly go from 9 minutes to 12 minutes. So
that's a lot.
How do I manage it? I kind of broke it down over the Christmas break. I took January to like regroup what I'm going to be doing this for 2018. And one of the biggest things to manage it was that I just cracked it down. So the latest video I actually posted today is 3 minutes. And the last one before that, previous, was 3 minutes as well. So I found that like I dove in first thing, and I gave like my all for the 12-minute one. Yeah, the first one, 12 minutes. And I was like, I don't know if I can do 20 minutes a week. That's a lot of video, because it's 10. I do 2 videos a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Right.
And for 20 minutes a week, that's a lot. So to manage it, to cut it short, 3 minutes is what I'm telling my own, like, my vision. If I can tell a story within 3 minutes, when, like, you know, I've got the thumbs up and validated for myself. So that's how I manage it. Yeah.
I mean, I personally, I've always been a fan of vlogging. I've always enjoyed looking at vloggers. Casey Neistat is an obvious like standard of vlogging. But then there are other people that do it well. I think you do it really well. You're very creative. There's a lot of energy in your vlogs. How do you how do you, okay, so you covered the post-production, managing that stuff. Going on set, do you vlog on set, or how do you?
My deal is I don't. So when people say vlog and they say YouTube, and I'm already in, like, we're in the LA network, and it's like every third person has a YouTube channel, and it's just so saturated. It's hard to make noise.
Right.
But the reason, like, I'm never gonna show up in a professional environment and just hold a camera like this. Like, I will never be in public being like, today I'm feeling like this. That's not what I want to do. I want to sit down. I want to have a real conversation. I want to, you know, articulate what I'm trying to say, my message, and tell a story or have a laugh. Or it's funny because I said a speech at my best friend's wedding, and I was the best man. And his dad came up to me and was like, "Man, your speech was just like a video, and like I just saw like all these elements and colors and this and that." And I was like, that's how I see my conversations on a daily. I see them like at your face or in your you know what I mean, like left, right, center. Like, I'm just so bumpy in and that's how I think up here. So when I have a visual to put with it, that's how I can tell a story. And my story is my adventures. So I will come on set with the camera, but I will never be like, okay, so today we're here with, I mean, Insta story on the side. Yes, I will Instagram and just be fun, like, you know, showing people what's up, but I will never be like, you know, I'm sure it's going to lead to that someday, because you got to also like share the moment within the moment.
Right.
But I'd never want to be that like, okay, so we're here, whatever. I would rather just talk it after the fact. And
you don't want to
be
that guy.
Yeah, because I mean, half of it's like you look kind of goofy doing it, and then the other half is like, it's not like a social anxiety thing, but it's like to talk in front of a camera like that. It, you know, it takes a bit of charisma and energy, and like not to be judged, and like that's fully respectable too. So
that's
I just the people that I come across, I can't come on. It's like when we work with professional athletes or celebrities, I never want to have a crew member come up to them and say, hey, can you sign something or take a photo? It's just not professional. It's just not professional. Come up and be like, hey, what's up? I'm here with Kylie Jenner and we're doing this. So
that much I definitely understand. That much for sure. In a professional environment, you don't want to come across like that. So tell me about, I mean, I know it's not a big deal, but what camera do you use? Microphone? How do you get that going?
Camera, it jumps from, it's funny, I've been doing the last ones on the Red, and it's not even like, just gonna need to write to Alex. I need my AC cable because I am dying. My laptop's dying. Cameras, I've been doing the last ones on the Red Dragon Epic because it's the most foolproof in my experience. Just because I know that nothing is going to quirk out of it. I know that the runtime, record time is like unlimited. I know the batteries are like 6 hours each. Thanks, Alex. I just see the red, like, dead battery coming through. So,
thanks, Alex.
Thanks, appreciate it. And then it's funny because I'm also using things like the GoPro. I haven't used the spectacles yet, the Snapchat camera, like the glasses. But everything from GoPro to my iPhone 6S. What else do we got? A little pocket handy cam, a point and shoot G5X, GX5, the Canon one. And then I do some time lapse with my Canon 7D Mark I, like an old school one. No video on that, just photo, because it's like you set the intervalometer and just go.
Right.
And then, but and then Sony A7S II. So the two big ones are Sony A7S II and then the Red. But sorry with all the distractions before.
I know you made a vlog on cameras that you use. What are the differences? And that's always important. That's really good. I really like that one because I'm a huge advocate of that. I mean, you can have a $50,000 camera and you can still do really, really bad work. And the same goes the other way around. You can do amazing work with $500 camera. So
it's cool. It's the problems that come into play is that the file format and the Premiere is what I'm using, and it's great. It's held up. It's totally cool. It's just sometimes managing laggy. Like, I'm very quick. If you watch my videos, they're very quick, and I'm like, I edit just as quick. I'm like, tick, 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 tick. I got to feel it in the heart. I got to feel it in my hands. Let's go, 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 go. So when it comes up to AVC HD, to MP4s, to R3Ds, to audio files, it's like, like the computer struggles in that area. So that's probably the biggest, the biggest thing.
And do you usually travel, like, I'm sorry, do you usually like edit while you're traveling, or do you have to, right? Otherwise,
the biggest concern with travel is just my hard drives. It's like, they have to be babied, and then it's like, which ones are best, which ones are going to crash. And then going back to the post-production question, is that I have like, right now I have 8 terabytes of footage of just B-roll, because I dug into, like, I have footage when I was a little kid, transcoded stuff to ProRes and all that stuff, so it adds up. So when I'm on the road, I'm like, how do I, like, what story? Everything has to be lined up, because if I need a story of a throwback, like I just did with Chris Ray, I need all that footage. And Chris's was actually shot on red, as you guys can see in the thumbnail. So I needed to source that footage. That's the biggest problem. But everything I travel with, red, Sony, GoPro, everything. So
Man,
yeah, I should do a video on that.
Yeah. So that leads me to my next question. How do you start? You probably just answered it through example. How do you get the topic for each vlog? I mean, is it something that just crops up into your head? Do you have a set schedule of things you want to cover?
Yeah, so we got friends on every level in terms of they can help us out. So I got this like friend manager, and we sit down, just he's on the East Coast and I'm on the West, so it's kind of like we're not physically together, but we're always on the phone, and we just chat things through, like what's happening. And then honestly, my like when I'm editing, my mind, like, and this is the coolest part, I need acrylics in order to just keep doing Be Right Back, because when I'm editing on acrylics mode, or when I'm working with people and I notice something, I'm like, that's a cool topic, let's talk about that. Or
yes.
And when I really get into it is at nighttime, and I start editing, low light, music's just pumping, like little subtle, I'm just cracking through on stuff. That's when the ideas come down. I have a notebook like pretty much always on me, and I'm like, oh, that would be a really cool idea. Like, I don't know, so for instance, I did a cinematograph video, because I was like, I'm going to explain cinematographs, like the backstory of it. And then now I'm getting feedback being like, well, I want to know how to make a cinematograph. So I'm like, okay, well, there's another video. So one idea leads to another, and then it's just up to really me to find a cool way to share that too. That's probably, because you can talk about, I don't know, a camera, you can talk about this pen, but to make it interesting, you know what I mean? That's where I'm like, not struggling, because I can flip things. I see, again, in my mind a little bit differently, but yeah, how do I, and then all that stuff comes into play. Target, like, are people going to relate to this? I'm just starting out. What do I do? So for the month of December, I did a wide variety. If you see my videos, it's like left to right. And now I'm like, okay, I know I have a road. Essentially, I have a pathway, and it's up to me to just keep building that. So
that's good. Yeah. And do you have a set schedule of when you want to release your videos, or is it whenever something comes up, then you start working on that, then you release it? You know, how do you manage that part?
I do have a set schedule. It's just a matter of, I mean, this week, this is Thursday, so the next week I have Tuesday and Thursday. One of them came up, just happened to come up, and that's going to be Tuesday's video. It was just a cool little like scenario that just popped up, and I was like, great, that's going to be now in Tuesday's slot. Now Tuesday is going to be moved to next Tuesday. So
basically, you're trying to do one every week?
Twice a week. Oh, what's happening? Someone's calling. Oh, what's happening? Someone's trying to join. What's happening? I lost you, man. Where'd you go?